Long ago in the hill country of Ephraim there lived a woman named Hannah. Her heart carried a quiet sorrow. Though she loved God deeply, she had no child, and year after year she poured out her tears in prayer. Every year Hannah and her husband Elkanah traveled to the sacred place called Shiloh, where the tabernacle stood. It was there that people came to worship and offer sacrifices to God. But for Hannah, each visit was painful. While others rejoiced with their children, she carried her longing silently. Yet instead of turning bitter, Hannah turned to prayer. One day, overwhelmed with grief, Hannah went alone to the tabernacle. Tears streamed down her face as she knelt before the Lord. Her lips moved, but no sound came out. "Lord Almighty," she prayed in her heart, "if you will only look upon my pain and remember me. If you give me a son, I will give him back to you all the days of his life." She prayed. The priest Eli watched her. At first, he misunderstood her silent cries. But when Hannah explained her deep sorrow, Eli gently blessed her. "Go in peace," he said. "May the God of Israel grant what you have asked." Hannah left that place changed. Her burden was still heavy, but her spirit had found peace. She trusted that God had heard her. In time, Hannah became pregnant. And when her son was born, she held him close and named him Samuel, which means heard by God, because she knew he was an answer to prayer. Samuel grew under Hannah's loving care, but Hannah never forgot her promise. When Samuel was old enough, she brought him back to Shiloh. Imagine that moment. A mother holding the little boy she had prayed for through tears, walking up the steps of the tabernacle, knowing she was giving him back to God. Still, Hannah did not hold back what belonged to the Lord. She placed young Samuel in Eli's care and said, "For this child I prayed, and the Lord has granted me my request. So now I give him to the Lord." Samuel stayed there, serving in the house of God. While other children played in the fields, Samuel learned to trim the lamps, open the doors, and listen in the quiet places where few others cared to listen. The old priest Eli guided him, but the spiritual hunger of Israel was fatting. In those days, the Bible says, the word of the Lord was rare. Then one night everything changed. The sanctuary was quiet. The lamps flickered softly. The stars shone over Shiloh. And little Samuel lay down to sleep. Suddenly he heard a voice. "Samuel." He sat up quickly, thinking Eli had called him. He ran to the priest. "Here I am, you called me." Eli, old and tired, looked at him and said, "I did not call you. Go back and lie down." Samuel returned to bed. Again the voice came, "Samuel." Samuel ran to Eli. Again Eli sent him back, but the third time Eli understood. He looked at the boy with wonder and said, "My son, it is the Lord calling you. Go and lie down. If he calls again, say, 'Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening.'" Samuel's heart must have pounded as he returned to his bed. The room was still. The night was deep. The air was heavy with holy silence. Then the voice came again, "Samuel, Samuel." This time Samuel whispered, "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening." God spoke. That night the boy who had once been prayed for in tears became the young servant chosen to hear the voice of heaven. Samuel grew, and the Lord was with him. His words carried truth. Kings would one day tremble at his voice. Nations would seek his counsel. He would anoint leaders, confront sin, and lead Israel back toward God. But it all began with a praying mother, a promise kept, a little boy listening in the dark. Samuel's story reminds us, God hears hidden prayers. No tear is wasted. And sometimes the greatest calling begins in silence. If you feel forgotten, remember Hannah. If you are waiting, remember Samuel. The God who hears in secret still speaks today.